This is Damon Stevens with Venmo Builders. Today is Wednesday, July 13th, 2022, the stock market update for trades of the day. And boy, what a day it was. Boy, the CPI number that came out definitely created some shocks in the market. Let's get into it and take a look at what's going on and what to expect going forward. We have some additional news coming out tomorrow and Friday, which can continue to rock this market. So let's get you all prepared so that you're ready to respond.
Have you ever felt like the world is passing you by? Do you feel like you never have enough money? Does building wealth seem impossible or overwhelming? Or does building wealth feel like gambling in a casino? Or perhaps you tried to build wealth and failed. If you answered yes to any of these questions, then we have what you need to know. Our team can help develop you into a retail stock and crypto trader, just like many before you. To be successful, it requires learning new skills and exercise with your skills. Success will let you trade anywhere. Our team, you can become a better trader. The journey starts here.
All right, so looking at the market here, Dow Jones closed down 0.67%, NASDAQ down 1.15%, and S&P 500 down 0.45%. You see here just kind of this little, just grinding up here and a little bit of pullback here as we continue throughout the day. You can see, a couple of our FANG stocks, Amazon and Tesla amazingly did well today. But the other FANG stocks kind of suffered today and kind of had a pullback. So kind of a little bit of a mixed market. You can also see here on our scanner that really didn't have anything that hit our market, our scanner here that we wanted to trade. Looking at the market right now as it's live, this is the S&P 500 E-mini futures. Well, you see this this wide range just trading in the first few minutes of the day. So if you're able to just even catch part of that, boy, you had a nice run just in the first few minutes. But you see here after we hit this low outside our deviation bands, we did pull back into the center of our deviation bands. And we kind of just traded in the middle center here, pulled back, retested, not all the way down here outside our deviation bands, which is unusual to do that. But we did test right down here on the first, and that's your most common. And we bounced off there here after as we are in the evenings here. You can see we kind of pull back up here into this little channel. So it's possible we might trade in this channel all night until the morning when we have additional news coming out before the market opens. They could swing us again in one direction or the other, and we could see this volatility possibly again. So just be prepared for that, and just be careful if you're trading it to make sure that you have a clear direction and also a clear direction on where your stops are. Just knowing that these deviation bands are usually your safety net. You can see that it usually always pulls back in here, not 100%, but 96% of the time it does pull back in the center area. So just keep that in mind. KSPN, this was a multi-day trade that was, I talked about last night, probably may not give us additional days. It gave us two good days, and then this kind of went flat below all the moving averages. So just for my purposes, I'm taking this off of here, just so you know. As far as news, so we had the core CPI numbers, obviously worse than expected. So definitely creating a stir in the market. Thursday, we get initial jobless claims, and we also get this producer price index. So the PPI. So this PPI goes along with this CPI. So we obviously could see, this creates some issues as well if there's surprises. So just be aware of that. And then Friday, we have options expiration date and also all these retail sales that'll be coming out. So something to be aware of as we go into Friday with the options closing out for the week and the month. Looking at our options and puts. So this is people shorting the market and going long in the market using calls and puts. And I did not refresh that today. So let's go ahead and refresh this for the day and just make sure that we take a look and see what's going on. Let me make sure the day is the close of the week. And so looking at the close of the week, stock price is currently at 376. You see here, obviously, there's a lot more people short in the market than long in the market. And we're 376, which makes it great for all these shorters up here. Everybody's shorting the market, especially right here at this 380, are loving it right now. Hopefully they take advantage of that. Obviously, they may expect the market to go down a lot more if they're not taking out money and not getting greedy. We saw yesterday that when we hit that peak in the day, a lot of callers, a lot of these calls sold off. So they cashed out. So that was smart on their part before the market came down. But Max Payne, if the market really wants to take out all these people that are short in the market, it needs to close the market on Friday at 390, right up here. That would make all these people lose money. They'd return that money back to the markets who sold the contracts to them. So, that's just something to keep in mind. There's, the market's going to want to rally. Tomorrow we could have bad news, so it's possible that we could have a pullback and then a rally, into Friday. Just something to be aware of with the market right now. So just be careful out there for trading. Boeing gives this huge run up, and then today looking to see if it's going to give us something more. Didn't really give us much. I don't know if this is over. You see here this nice little rally that we had here. Looking for possibly retracing a bounce. I mean, it's retraced about half of it, but just kind of grinded down. So I don't know if we're going to get much more out of Boeing, but it was a great trade early in the week. Same with GameStop. GameStop actually came up and you can see it made a new high today. So we kind of spiked back up here. So, do we continue to kind of bounce up here or do we kind of pull back? Right now, everything's bullish. So we're going to look, if we buy off these bounces at the bottom, definitely money to be made here in GameStop. Google pulled back here. You see this is the third day pulling back. So just something to be aware of. We continue to pull down here. We should have some support down here on our trend line. You see our short-term trend here. We're not quite at the bottom here, but we should find support here just around this 2200 level. On Amazon, you see here this short-term trend. We've been just kind of bouncing up and down. We're tagged on it. So right now we have higher lows in. So as long as we keep those higher lows in, it's possible to just bounce off of here and go. If we break down below this 101.43 area, which is this line right here, we could find support down here, but this is gonna put a lower low in, which means we could have a lot more downside, and it kind of breaks this this momentum that started. Apple, same thing. Sees this little channel kind of grinding up higher. Got support right along the bottom of this, so higher lows. So if we can get kind of ramp back up here and get some higher highs in here above these lines here, especially this 151, we could really kind of rally up here. NVIDIA showing weakness still, bottom of the candle, down here towards the lows. If we break this 145 area, obviously we start to come back here and put in some new lows. So still weak. Meta's in kind of this channel we talked about again, coming down here. Should have support here around 156. Bounce off here if we continue in that same trend. Tesla, we got these lower lows or higher lows here, and we bounced off and we're kind of like midline here. So we're staying above 700, which is very bullish. That's helpful for us to kind of rally up here. But we gotta continue to hold above 700 this week. If we can, then obviously the goal would be around 1770, 1765 area. RK, you can see here, it's upward wedge here, just continues to bounce off of that so far. So that's great. If we break below this this line here, then obviously we can come back here and possibly test these lows again around 35 area. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe and definitely like our videos, and go to finwealthlive.com and join our Discord. Free Discord where we publish our numbers before the market opens, so when we're getting in, when we're getting out, what we're chasing, where we see the opportunities in the market. The dollar continues just to rocket up here, putting a new high again, just continues to elevate. You know what that does to gold. Boom. We kind of spiked down here below our deviation band. You see we spiked before here, had a couple days down here before kind of taking off here. So, the same thing happen again here? Possibly, at least we're staying above that 730 area. That's a critical area so we don't break down here to new lows in these lower bands. So hopefully we can get a bounce sometime soon on gold. US oil hovering down here on our lower deviation bands, just consolidating. We're almost, we closed at a lower low today, or we're right at the base of it. If we don't rally up tomorrow, we could be coming down to test that 200-day moving average. Or actually, that was our weekly, wasn't it? 200-day. On the VIX, you see here, we talked about this, we kind of group here and then rally, group here and rally. So we've been down here, regrouped. If we rally, the market's coming down. So if we get a spike here tomorrow up and it decides it wants to continue to work in this channel, it very well could bring the market down. If we can break below and break out of this wedge and pull down, then we can get a rally started in the market and start to head up. So keeping an eye on that. And you can see here that these are putting in higher lows on these candles right now. SPY, see higher lows. So it is upward trending right now. Really got to get above this 20-day moving average, kind of rally up here. Otherwise, we might be just stuck in a little range here. Weekly chart. Then you can see here, just kind of hovering in our lower band here. It's consolidating here now, and it's kind of putting in higher lows. So these candles, if they continue moving up, maybe we can get a breakout and head up north. Triple Qs, you see here, again, holding those higher lows. Kind of in the upward facing wedge here and channel as we go up higher. If we can bounce up here, maybe we can break out above this 20-day and start to rally up. So looking for NASDAQ triple Qs to hopefully bounce here. Semiconductors holding our trend line as it moves up. So that's what we want to see. So higher lows. So we've got to really kind of get things going here. Really need to break out above, and put a new higher high in above 215 if we want to get a rally going here. IWM, again, higher lows. So definitely supporting the right direction again. All of these, so lots of opportunity in the market right now. If it wants to run, it can, but it's got to all run together. If we start breaking these higher lows and put in a lower low, well, everything's off the table. We're going back down lower, probably put in new lows in. Same thing, financials, higher lows right in this channel. Got to break that 20 at $32 to run up on financials. And we have earnings coming out for banks on Friday. So hopefully they are positive and can get this rally started here. Healthcare sitting here right on the edge of it. So we got a higher lows in here, but we're right at the bottom. So healthcare needs to get back above this 20-day. So it did put in not a lower high, right? So it didn't get above there. It really just got to get it back above here and break that 133.50 area to put a higher high in. But right now, so far, we're holding at least the lower lows. So we'll see what we can do here. Energy still coming down here, right in our trend line up. So that's okay as long as it continues to right up. If it breaks down, then we got new lows coming in. So looking for energy to do something here as well. Bitcoin stuck in this channel, right in the mid range of this channel. Got to get above that 20-day moving average to get running here. Ethereum, same thing, kind of stuck in this channel. This little wedge get tighter. At some point, probably by the weekend, we should either break down or break up, hopefully out of this wedge. So that's our stocks, our cryptos, what we're looking to trade tomorrow. Just be careful tomorrow. Again, pre-market should tell us, what's going on and what the overall feeling is with the consumer price index numbers and product index numbers. So just be careful trading out there, and we'll talk tomorrow night and get you prepped for closing out this week. Remember, options expiration is on Friday. You might see the movements and cash outs tomorrow, depending on which way the market goes. Everybody stay safe out there. Have a good night.